Hey everybody, Sharon here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in the Sadako Rising DLC for Dead by Daylight, going for the Triage achievement. This is to heal survivors who come to you a total of 30 times. This one's going to be done from the survivor side. You can do this with anyone, so no purchase necessary. If you do plan on using the DLC's character in the form of Yoichi, he's going to have a pretty useful perk for this in the form of the empathetic connection. What this is going to do is it's going to allow any survivors who are injured to be able to see you. So if someone needs healing, they can obviously see where you are and then come to you to be healed, and that is going to help out with the achievement. However, personally, I'm going to recommend Claudette. Claudette is going to have the exact opposite of that perk in the form of empathy, which is going to allow you to see anyone who's injured. But even more useful, she's going to have botany knowledge, which is going to allow her to heal way faster. So make sure you equip both of those and then get into the game. If you can get all three perks on one character, all the much better, because you can take advantage of all three. That being said, the quickest way to do this achievement is to make sure you play with a friend or boosting partner or a second console if you have that available to you. The reason for that is you can kind of set up the person to get hurt and then you can heal them whenever, instead of waiting for someone to get hurt and then happen to come by you. So this is going to be the setup you want. You want to make sure you take the person who's getting the achievement and make sure you stash them in a locker. This is going to allow you to idle the game without alerting the killer to your presence. Then what you want to do is you want to make sure you have your friend or person helping out go find the killer and be injured. A ground rule with the achievement is the injury has to happen more than 16 meters away from you. So have your friend take the hit, and then they are also going to need to escape from the killer. So just make sure they either give the killer the shake, or if they happen to get popped on a hook, make sure you have another teammate bring them down. As long as they are in the injured state, they should be good. Then what you want to do is you want to make sure they come to you. So make sure you leave the locker, and then just make sure they approach you. Hopefully they were far enough away in order for the achievement to count. Again, it's going to be 16 meters. Having Claudette's empathy should help out a bunch because you can help them navigate to where you are, or if you happen to have Yoichi's empathetic connection, they can see where you are. And of course, botany knowledge is going to speed up the healing process. Once they are healed up all the way, you should get the count for the achievement. What you want to do is you want to make sure you hide back in the locker and then have them look for the killer again to hopefully take another hit and escape only injured and not downed. And then once they manage to make it back, make sure you heal them again and just keep doing this until you rack up 30. So thankfully, boosting this with a friend or boosting partner should make things go super quickly because you can control how often they get injured. Just make sure you are playing with someone who is going to be pretty good at escaping the killer after taking a hit. And then once you manage to heal them enough times, you should be good for your achievement. Be a little patient with this one. Obviously, if the killer finds the person getting the achievement, they're going to give you a bunch of trouble. And especially if you're doing this by yourself with two consoles, this might be a little challenging. Hopefully you found a really good hiding spot, and hopefully you don't accidentally have your boosting partner or friend lead the killer here and give you a bunch of trouble. Thankfully, it is going to be a cumulative achievement, so you can work on this over multiple games. So if you're getting a bunch of situations that aren't in your favor, you can come back next game, and you should eventually get a game where you do manage to have a killer who is going to keep their distance, and you have your boosting partner or friend manage to give them the slip. So this one can be a little luck dependent, so make sure you do have some patience with this one. This can take as quick as 2 games, or it can take as many as 10 to 15 games. So again, it's going to depend on what situations you find yourself in. So hopefully you do have the patience for the grind. This is going to be way easier than doing it the normal way and hoping that people not only get injured far enough away from you, but also happen to come to you specifically in order to get healed. But once you finally manage to bank in your 30, either using this strategy or doing it legit or a combination of both, you should be good for your achievement. It's going to be for 10 gamer score, and that's all there is to it.